Take a deep breath in. Fill up your belly, your chest, your throat. Hold it in. And sigh it out. Begin to soften your gaze. Find a comfortable position for you. As you breathe out, allow gravity to release your body from the earth. As you breathe in, you begin to float. As you breathe out, finding yourself sinking slightly. As you breathe in, you float higher and higher. Let all the events of your day float away. You begin to float out into the atmosphere, out into the cosmos. You are floating in a safe space. The journey for each of us begins here. Breathe in. Do you know mushrooms? Breathe out. Breathe like us. Breathe in. Oxygen in. Breathe out. Carbon dioxide out. Breathe in. Do you know mushrooms are? Breathe out. Fungi, not plants. Breathe in. The DNA of fungi, breathe out, is similar to humans. Breathe in. Did you know fungi are? Breathe out. The largest living organism? Breathe in. About 2,400 acres. In Oregon's Blue Mountains. Slightly larger than Sullivan's Island. Hundreds of mushrooms are always growing around us. What kinds of mushrooms do you know? Say its name. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Mycorocosmos. The Mycorocosmos is all that is, ever was, or ever will be. We're about to begin a journey through the mushrooms. We'll encounter Milky Way of mycelium and stars of spores. Life and consciousness, coming into being, evolving, and perishing, all in the universe of mushrooms. In the last few millennia, we've made the most astonishing and unexpected discoveries about mushrooms. Yet we have just begun to understand how much we still do not know about the mushrooms. Our future depends on how well we know these mushrooms and how we can learn from the fungus among us. I'm Elijah Williamson. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. I left a long time ago, but South Carolina is always my home. I'm here to guide you through the discovery of the past, present, and the future universe of mushrooms. The Mycorocosmos. This is a fairy ring of mushrooms in Charleston, South Carolina. Mushroom fairies come in a variety of shapes, colors, and characters, each unique in its own. All these fairies work together with their special gifts and abilities to make our shared community a harmonious and healthy circle. Like this fairy,
Hi, I'm Celie Daly. I'm a botanist and gardener. I work on a garden down the street from here. It's a wildlife garden called the Butterfly Book Nook. I was born in Charleston, and I've lived here again for the last 10 years of my life. I grew up in the country. We had a big vegetable garden. My dad loved to grow vegetables. My grandfather loved to grow vegetables. It's just, nature's always been a part of my life. I was introduced to foraging for wild mushrooms when I was working at a bed and breakfast, and a Hungarian lady who had been picking mushrooms all day came to sell us what she had found. She opened her trunk and there were baskets full of different mushrooms, and she described each one to me. We smelled them, and after that I was hooked. What is a mushroom? You walk out into the forest and you see mushrooms popping up everywhere, but that's just a small part of what the mushroom is. Underground is the mycelium, and that's made of hyphae. Those are tiny filaments. The whole thing looks white and thread-like, but you don't normally see this because it's underground. It's in the soil, it's in wood, and it can extend for miles into the earth. What you see are those fruiting bodies that are popping up in the forest, and they are filled with spores. Their purpose is to send those spores out into the forest to start new mushroom colonies. Mushroom reproduction is complex and mysterious. Some mushrooms have thousands of genders. Some are self-fertile. Mycologists estimate that there's 1.5 million species of fungi worldwide, but that's just a guess. We know of many species that are edible, delicious, or medicinal, but there are some that are poison or deadly.
Wild mushrooms should not be eaten unless identified by an expert, and even the experts make mistakes sometimes. Look up at the mushroom fairies. Can you guess which one is a poisonous mushroom?
I'm the tastiest one.
No, it's definitely not me. You're not poisonous. Reishi mushroom.
Wonderful. You can make crab cakes out of mushrooms. You can make
Maybe it's me.
Or am I?
I'm poison. I'm gonna get you. You better know my face.
We must be careful, but not afraid of mushrooms, because when edible mushrooms are safely identified and cooked to perfection, they are truly delicious and nutritious. Let's meet some more mushroom fairies and hear about the many benefits of our amazing fungi.
Hello, my name's Jimmy Livingston, and I'm the mushroom farmer here at Mepkin Abbey. Mepkin Abbey is a Trappist monastery just outside of Charleston and outside of Monk's Corner on the Cooper River. I think it's 3,000 acres. We grow two types of mushrooms. We grow shiitake and oyster mushroom. And between the two, we grow between 1,000 and 1,400 pounds per week, every week. We work every day of the year here. Most of our mushrooms are picked by the monks. They come in and work 4 to 5 hours a day, and we really have a good time here. We grow a shiitake mushroom and an oyster mushroom. I enjoy the oyster mushrooms a little bit better. They're more delicate. They're better for eggs and quiches. The shiitakes are a little bit nuttier in flavor and a little bit stronger in flavor. They're really good on meats, different types of meats. But we grow these because they're both difficult to grow, and we feel like we specialize in difficult, and it gives us a little edge on the market, and it allows us to grow something that most people can't.
Many gourmet mushrooms are rich in umami, a pleasant flavor enhancer found in food that we taste on the center of our tongues. Mushrooms can offer a greater feeling of fullness than when we eat meat. As the global population rapidly expands, humans will need more food to share. Mushrooms are our best solution for future food crisis. Mushrooms are a sustainable and eco-friendly protein source than any other animal or vegetable source. Aren't mushrooms super? Yes, mushrooms are a superfood. One of our mushroom fairies in particular helps nourish the Charleston community.
Hoping all is well, I'm Smarel, and today we're going to talk about mushrooms. So as a holistic health coach, raw foods chef, as well as local restaurateur here in Charleston, South Carolina, I daily am talking to our community about the importance of something that we do 3 times a day. For some of us, we do it a few more times a day, and that is eating. And one of the best ways that we can take part in civic engagement in our community is to be very hands-on about what we put into our mouths. And one of the best ways that, whether you're transitioning to a vegan, vegetarian, paleo, keto, whatever type diet, one of the easiest ways for you to incorporate more healthy lifestyle is using medicinal mushrooms. So a few things that I love about mushrooms is that if you are trying to eat a little bit healthier and you want to substitute that hamburger for a healthier protein option, you can always slice up a mushroom. If you are feeling a little bit tired and you need a little bit more energy, or you're feeling a little bit sick and you need an iron or immunity booster, you can try me, a reishi mushroom.
To our ancestors, mushrooms were a miracle source of immortality. The healing power of mushrooms cleanses our body and soul. Mushrooms are also a healer for our planet. The fungi's digestive system dissolves the pollution of plastics, degrades toxins, and recovers the damaged landscape created by humans. Aren't mushrooms magical? Yes, all mushrooms are magical on many levels.
Hello, I'm Brian Wheat, and I live in the north central neighborhood of Charleston, South Carolina. I lived here for about 4 years, and in that time I've helped people pursue their passion for growing their own food, including mushrooms. Sometimes I even take them out into the woods to discover these amazing little treasures. Once we do, occasionally I'll take them to chefs in town here who make wonderful meals from them. Mushrooms are one of the most important living things on the planet. They decompose over 90% of organic matter. Just think, if we did not have mushrooms, there would be piles of old dinosaurs and tree limbs and leaves and leftover burritos laying everywhere. Doing this, they're responsible for creating the soil that we use to grow all of our plants and all of our food. Without mushrooms, we could not exist. Mushrooms do a wonderful job of teaching us a lesson in community and working together. Can we sense problems in our communities and respond to help? Can we work together with specific members of the community to accomplish mutual goals? Can we change ourselves for the better good of the community? The answer is yes, just like mushrooms do.
Since the dawn of time, mushrooms have been inhabiting planet Earth, orbiting this unexceptional star, evolving and growing all around us. A timeless being, preserved against all odds, mushrooms play many roles. They feed us, heal us, and teach us. Mushrooms know the solutions to all of humankind's problems. We must learn from mushrooms to think like mushrooms. As the mushrooms above, so the mushrooms below. We are all connected as one superorganism. If you ever feel alone, look out and see our invisible mycelium connection. You are a part of this home community, from the low country to the universe.